you're banana bread experts.
At this point.
I'm Annie.
I'm Morgan.
And this is our banker, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. They came in and were looking for financing. They needed some seed money to get the business going.
I was with him when I got the news that we had gotten into our dream retailer. I said, you allowed us to get here.
I live vicariously through all my customers, and this was just incredible. I could share in that victory with them.
It sounds like you made that victory possible.
I had a little something to do with it.
Their first ball. Their first uniform. Their first number. Their first teammate. Their first goal. Their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
At Dort Financial Credit Union, we believe in fulfilling our members' dreams and care deeply about supporting our community.
Without amazing partners like Dort Financial Credit Union, we would not be able to do what we do. And that's truly the backbone of our organization, is having those partnerships and community relationships.
From supporting community events to our employee volunteers, we are passionate about giving back to organizations that are important to you and helping make our community a great place to live, work, and play.
Welcome to Michigan Stars Elite Podcast provided by Michigan Soccer Network. My name is Erwin van Elst. I'm the Director of Coaching for Michigan Stars Elite, and I'm here today with our General Manager, Dan Chun.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Hi, my name is Paul Tinian. I'm with the Michigan Jaguars. I'd like to welcome all of you to Michigan Jaguars Monthly and thank Jonathan for the invitation to be here on MSN. Just wanted to let everybody know that this will be an inside look at our club, and every month we'll be providing some new hosts and maybe some new guests that we're inviting in to get a better idea of what's going on in and around.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
We like to do it before we go out on the weekend.
We do.
We do it every week.
Whether we need to or not.
We did it today.
It was really dirty.
My parents do it every day.
Hey, kiddo!
Do it every day with the Unlimited Club only at Jack's Car Wash. Protect your car from the hot summer sun, dust, dirt, and contaminants all summer long with the Jack's Unlimited Club.
Join today, starting at just $24.99 a month.
back to Beatrial. He'll take a shot and he'll bear it. And then he'll fire it from Billows and it'll go in. He's one-on-one with Kudret. She'll put it off the post, saved by Kudret. Cut back from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in. And that's going to be fired. Valletta with a dot. Oh, she'll keep fighting, looking for goal number 2. Cuts it inside, shot, and that goes in. Good work is this one by Henry. Oh, good save. Tulane trying to bring it down. Rogers now will fire one, and that's going to go in. 280, that's missed. Oh, it's Stone! And the ball, and both goals so far. Will fire one, and that's a wonderful save. Going. He'll fire one now from distance, and that is it. This is high kick, but they're gonna keep playing. Kim has it now. Johnson with a shot, and that's it!
TC, the official return-to-play partner of the Flint City AFC.
At Dort Financial Credit Union, we believe in fulfilling our members' dreams and care deeply about supporting our community.
Without amazing partners like Dort Financial Credit Union, we would not be able to do what we do. And that's truly the backbone of our organization, is having those partnerships and community relationships.
From supporting community events to our employee volunteers, we are passionate about giving back to organizations that are important to you and helping make our community a great place to live, work, and play.
So you're banana bread experts.
At this point. I'm Annie.
I'm Morgan.
And this is our banker, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. They came in and were looking for financing. They needed some seed money to get the business going.
I was with him when I got the news that we had gotten into our dream retailer. I said, you allowed us to get here.
I live vicariously through all my customers, and this was just incredible. I could share in that victory with them.
It sounds like you made that victory possible.
I had a little something to do with it.
Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Basecamp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Basecamp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Or problem that prevents you from enjoying the game, or just have a question, please ask any game day personnel for assistance. Ladies and gentlemen, the lineups have been submitted. It is now time for the Big John Steak and Onion sub-report. Players available as substitutes for Detroit City FC. Number 3, Drew Martin. Number 17, Sidney Bloomquist. Number 18, Lily Jacob. Number 20, Naomi. Number 26, Kayla.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Thank you for stopping by the Michigan Soccer Network. To not miss out on any of the action, all you have to do is simply hit the subscribe button, and that way you're notified every time we bring new content or go live. Thanks for stopping by.
I work in nursing home, I work in the restaurant, and I own my own food truck. And I bank with Huntington. I used to always look at that sign, come on, own your own home. So one day I just said, okay, I'm gonna go talk to the banker. And he didn't tell me, no, it's not possible. He told me anything was possible. And that made me feel good. Hi, I'm Veronica, and this is my banker, Roger. He's awesome. He's a good guy.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
FLINT City, AFC, and USLW are committed to creating a safe, comfortable, and enjoyable soccer experience for all guests in and around our stadiums. We ask that you please be mindful of the following. Fans are encouraged to cheer, sing, and support their teams while remaining respectful to their fellow patrons, referees, opposing team fans, and players. The FLINT City AFC and USLW thank you for your cooperation and for making this event special and memorable to you and your fellow fans.
there. What I am taking from this is the first part of the game is what's going to tell the story. Coach Wade is saying he has to survive the first 10 minutes, whereas Coach Krisnick's saying she was a little aggressive last week. She needs to pick and choose better options. So I think the first part of the game is really going to tell the story tonight, guys.
Yeah, so that's going to be
when I have this, then I talk. I'm like,
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field Detroit City FC and FLINT AFC.
okay. So next time I'll just take them out. Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Atwood Stadium and Kettering University for tonight's W League match featuring Detroit City FC and FLINT City AFC. At this time, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Detroit City. Number 5, Emily Gardner. Number 7, Danny Stevens. Number 8, Mia Solis. Number 9, Kayla Addison. Number 10, Brent Gardner. Number 13, Ella Carolak. Number 15, Avery Peters. Number 24, Kenna White. Number 29, Eliza Barron. And number 32, Ellie Poole. Starting in goal for Detroit City, number 30, Gabby Schreiber. And now the starting lineup for your FLINT City AFC. Number 7, Aiden McConnell. Number 10, Bella Gaetino. Number 12, Delaney Caldwell. Number 13, Haley Bowman. Number 14, Landis Canada. Number 16, Abby Worthman. Number 20, Sophia Piotrowski. Number 21, Olivia Rush. Number 22, Maddie Canada. And number 24, Justina Gaynor. Starting in goal for FLINT City, number 0, Candace Redwanski. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please stand and remove your caps as we honor America and those defending our country with the singing of our national anthem. Performing the anthem this evening is Latina Martin. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets twanged, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the Latina Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the field for tonight's Big B ball delivery. Tonight's Big B game ball kid is Brindley from Davidson. FLINT City AFC would like to thank Premier Security Solutions for their generous support as the presenting sponsor this season. For all of your security needs, Premier Security is first in class and is proudly headquartered in downtown Flint. Ascension Genesis Health Club is dedicated to providing a life-changing health and wellness experience for people of all ages. Ascension Genesis Health Club. Get in, get fit, get the most out of life.
Start inside and pull away late. Work off of your sister. Maddie, work off of Landis. Good. Come on, Landis.
These two sides have played. 5,000 they had last Saturday at Detroit FC. Played to a 0-0 draw. Aiden McConnell takes a look now. Headed away by Detroit City. This one will come back on Radwanski.
Definitely a little bit slower start than maybe we expected in these opening 6 minutes. Both teams tight defensively, but you know, when we talked to Coach Dwayne, he talked about surviving those 10 minutes. You had to imagine that they were going to be sound defensively, make sure they didn't take any chances, keep their shape, and not let Flint get an early chance, because the last thing you want to do is get into a foot race, you know, into a 90-minute match in the first 2, 3, 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, good point. Played ahead now up the right wing. Piotrowski with it. Getting the return there was Maddie Canada. Sisters on this Flint City side here. It's going to be played way out, but it'll be knocked down nicely out there the far side by Flint City. Pressure on the ball there coming. Kenna White.
First corner of the match coming here for Flint City AFC.
Yes, it is. Maddie Canada will trot over to take it. What do you look for here? Anything in particular?
Well, you know, depending on what Detroit City offers, looks like they look to go quick at first. They're throwing a second body, but now it looks like they're going to play it in. You know, defensively, just got to mark your man and hopefully get to the ball if you're Flint.
Sent in. Canada put it in. Canada's over there. Lefty boot keeps it alive. And coming out to gather that one in nicely to take that out of the air there was Gabby Shriver.
Yeah, smartly done. Quick off her line there to take away that chance. Sometimes it's not the shots on goal that can be most dangerous, but sometimes those bouncing balls or crosses in the box, and she was quick to pounce on that one and take the opportunity away.
Detroit City has been in this end of the pitch for the most part. They've had one ball they've played into the attacking zone, and another errant ball there that goes into touch, and it's turned over again to Flint.
Yeah, and just struggling to keep possession and find find feet, find the teammate, and it's going to be tough to do. You know, you're going to just be defending on your back heels all game if you can't find ways to connect the ball and force Flint City to have to defend.
Comes Flint City back into the attacking end of the pitch. There's a chance now, out wide. Landis, Canada. With the dribble, lefty shot attempt blocked away. Came free to a teammate. That's Maddie Canada. Long distance, another block shot there. Good job by Detroit City on that side of the ball, trying to keep it in, and they do. Excellent play turned in over there by Ellie Poole.
Great effort defensively there from Poole.
Yeah.
Just to keep that ball in play, and sometimes it's those little things that can really make or break and inspire your team going forward.
See if this pace continues here in the last 20-30 seconds from distance. It's well wide. Off the foot there of Belligatino.
Yeah, I'm not where she wanted it there on not getting on frame, but yeah, she's a dangerous player, like you mentioned. 2 goals in the opener, so she looks to shoot from anywhere. She's not afraid to lift her head and put a shot on target. A dangerous player, and obviously she feels that she can score from there. So we won't be surprised if we see a few more looks from distance coming tonight.
4 goals for her. She scored 2 in that match, and she scored 2 in the win against Midwest United on Wednesday in Grand Rapids. To midfield. Barron played it ahead. Flint, though, back, and they calmly get it back to their keeper, Cadence Redwanski. Into the 11th minute. Scoreless here so far on what's turned out to be a great Saturday night here for soccer at Atwood Stadium in Flint. Right back to the Flint side it goes. Good defensive work there, turned in by Avery Peters, the Michigan product, the midfielder. Now a chance here for Detroit City. They get in, good look, and they score. It's put away, beautiful righty boot right there by Kayla Addison. And Detroit City draws first blood. Hold the phone though. Are they calling this, Steve?
Looks like we're going to have an offside as the original ball into Addison. It's going to get brought back for offsides. And so we can take the goal off the board. It was a great finish from Addison. Well, that will be taken off the board as we had our first offside decision of the game.
The Michigan product, the midfielder.
Yeah, and
now
a good first moment there for DCFC going forward, though, Ben. They have not been dangerous as much in this half, but
by Avery
showing
Peters,
right
the
there
Michigan product, the midfielder.
A little space.
Now a chance here for Detroit City.
Excuse me, Steve.
So a break there for Flint. Here they come back on the attack right into the box, and some contact there, and the ball is going to be played out into touch there. I'm going to remind you of a couple of our outstanding sponsors, Granite City and Commercial Graphics. Commercial Graphics, the official graphics supplier of the Michigan Soccer Network. Here at Commercial Graphics, our specialties lie in print, design, signage, apparel, promo items, and vehicle graphics. To inquire about services with Commercial Graphics, call 586-726-8150. All right, so we're 12 in. Still scoreless. It looked like Addison had given her side the lead, but an offside call brought it back. Great ball played through. Chance now for Flint. Lefty shot attempt. Shriver comes up with putting those hands up to knock it down.
Big save there from Shriver. First opportunity here for Flint City that they've put on target. Goalkeeper asked to come up with a big save, and she does.
It was Delaney Caldwell was said shot on target. So starting to open up, this kind of more what you thought we'd see in the last couple of minutes?
Absolutely, and fully expect sometimes in those opening 3 to 5 minutes, the team's really starting to just, like I said, feel each other out, get an understanding of where they're going to pick their spaces to attack, and now you're starting to see some of these attacking players open up this game.
Here's one played ahead now for Detroit. Knocking it down there was Kenna White. Couldn't maintain possession. 50-50 ball here. Who's going to win it? Detroit City does. Out on that right wing. Patient with it out there. They bring it in. And well off the mark.
Yeah, not a bad opportunity there. Obviously, you wishes she could have kept that one in play, but Detroit City's got to be encouraged that the last few minutes kind of felt they've found their footwork in this game, and found been able to get into this game a little bit, connecting some more passes, forcing Flint City to have to defend a little bit more than doing all the defending themselves. Here comes another break for Flint.
Landis Canada tracks it down in the corner. Puts it in lefty. 2 Detroit City players there to help on the defensive side of the ball. Flint, though, will get to it. Justina Gaynor, Michigan State product. Her and her sister back this season. Look out here. Tricky shot there that nearly found the corner on the near post.
Yeah, it was a dangerous opportunity. Almost finds the back of the net, but out for a goal kick here for Detroit City. Fourth shot already for the half for Flint AFC. Only one on target, but really generating some opportunities here.
Here they go, right up the middle of the park now. Addison trying to get in there again. And a good job back there to turn her away by Haley Bowman.
Good defensive work from Bauman there. She's being tested 1v1, knowing that if she doesn't get onto that, Addison's in again.
Flint can't link up here on this pass, but they'll put some pressure on. They're going to get a chance, and Schreiber, another stop. Oh, and that one goes in. And Flint City gets the first goal of the match here in the 15th minute.
Unfortunate there for Detroit City as Schreiber comes up with a big save, and as the ball is trickling back, the defender is unable to clear it out and puts it in her own net. Obviously not trying to do that. She was making best effort. And as you can see, the team is rallying around them, trying to pick each other up. Is just one of those unfortunate plays. It's not a mistake that you mean to make. She's doing everything she can to get that ball off the line, and just unfortunate that it takes a touch and goes in the back of the net. But Detroit, Coach DeWay, he's going to be encouraging his players. They've created opportunities in these last 5 minutes or so, and so still plenty of game to go. But credit to Flint AFC here, Ben. They're continuing pressure. Forced that goal. They were able to put this goalkeeper under some pressure, and there they created an opportunity and up in the back of the net.
Put some pressure on. They're going to get a chance. And Schreiber, another stop. Look back at it. That one goes in. The end of it there. Saw part of the crowd down beneath us. Good turnout here for opening night for Flint City season number 2. Off to a 2-0-1 start. They won 2 matches all last season. In 12 matches they played, a 2-9-1 record. Entirely new coaching staff, and Steve talked about that at length very well and what they have. And match highlights tomorrow morning are available on the Michigan Soccer Network YouTube channel, only on the YouTube channel. All kinds of great content. Any of the social media platforms you want, the guys are always covering the sport of soccer. Better than anybody out there, I'll say, Steve.
We appreciate it, and glad to have you here on our network.
Likewise, good to be with you guys. So let's see what the response is from Detroit City. Looking down the pitch for Addison again. And when you get these teams together, Steve, you know this from being around the sport as long as you have, and whether you played when you played at Madonna or played for travel teams, whatever it was, and all the refereeing you do, you can't just assemble these teams right away and expect them to click, right?
Absolutely. I think it's one of those things that you have to just really train. It takes time for these players to gel together, to understand some continuity and understanding where a player likes the ball being played and what they're good at. And so sometimes those things just take time, and it's tough, especially in these types of leagues where a lot of these girls have just finished their college spring semester here just a few weeks ago, and maybe only been able to train for 2-3 weeks, and you're thrust into these games right away as well, so and asked to compete. So sometimes it can take some time, but you're really starting to see some good connections out there on both sides. I think you're seeing a lot of good movement and creative play, but so far, Flint City has just been a little bit of the better side in creating opportunities, but it just seems that Detroit City wants to play long here tonight. Everything's kind of been over the top, really haven't built the game through the middle of the field, and they might find some more success if they do so, because right now everything over the top is getting eaten up.
They've been targeting 9 there. Addison looked like she had put her side on top 5 minutes before Flint got the first goal in the match, but it was called offside. And City playing it out wide now. Over the midfield line, they'll look to go on the attack here. Or not, they'll play it to the back line.
Of course, the old commentator curse.
Exactly, the broadcast
You
jinx.
think you know what's going on. And
Good read from Detroit City there. Taking that away. Kenna White, now she's pestered a little bit there, but was able to get the ball back to a teammate in space. It's Avery Peters into the middle now. Flint is offside though. Goes over to Detroit City here.
Still plenty of time in this match. Detroit City probably a little frustrated, obviously conceding that goal in the manner in which it happened, but still plenty of time. They've shown that they've been able to create. Just going to have to keep working and try to keep connecting passes, because the more they started to do that is when they got into the game. Where those first opening minutes they were just sitting back and defend, and if they get back too much into that, Flint's going to take advantage.
The FC Barcelona soccer camp, it's coming this July 3rd through the 7th. They're coming to the Legacy Sports Center in Brighton, Michigan. You can register at camps.fcbarcelona.us. Use promo code FCBMSN and get $30 off for your reservation to the camp. That one gobbled up there by Redwanski. And Flint will look to get north up the pitch here. You hear the Schwartz Creek Band down to our right. Bringing them out. Saw them pull in a couple hours before the match. Couple of bus loads for
nothing
that
beats
band.
the marching band, a live marching band,
especially
in
a
any
high
event.
school band,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely, any sporting event really just adds a whole nother dimension to the game.
The River Rat cheering section down there in the corner to our right as well. They always bring the noise.
Whether it's in person or on Twitter.
You've had some run-ins, some experience.
I've witnessed. I've watched from afar. I've not gotten engaged in it, but it's good to pay attention.
That's awesome. If this is your first time stopping by here on the Michigan Soccer Network, all we ask is you click the subscribe, like, share, and follow us on social media. Again, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. This match streaming on live right now here from Atwood Stadium in Flint, Michigan. 22nd minute, 1-0 Flint. The own goal by Detroit City coming in the 15th minute.
Definitely going to see Flint be a little bit more apt to keep possession at times here. Now that they have the lead, they're going to pick their moments. They're going to try to control the pace and pick their spots. You don't have to fly forward, and as if this game was still tied. Still, they're going to look for more goals. That's for certain. The way that Coach Michelle Krisnick coaches, she's all about that attacking style and making sure she throws bodies forward. But they're going to pick their moments and be smart about it too, is not to expose themselves in the backhand.
Here they are on the offensive end. Play it back up top, and they'll go to work from there. Caldwell steps into it. Knocked down in front by Eliza Barron. Chip free, and now out to midfield, looking in the direction again of Kayla Addison. She's got speed to burn. Addison gets down there. Goes back, plays it back. She's open in the middle of the park if they want her. Triple team the ball, double team the ball. Now in the middle, Detroit City will play it out wide and just a little bit too far in front of the intended target there, Bryn Gardner.
Yeah, and it's the right idea, playing to that backside ball, but she hits that ball with her left foot, and that ball is going to curve towards away from the player, whereas if maybe she hits it with her right foot and curls it towards the corner, she can still run onto it, but just a little bit too much pace there. But some good movement from Detroit City, encouraging, but they need more of it to get back into this match.
And a turnover there by Flint City. Ball just out of the reach there of Maddie Canada. Played back by Flint City. Detroit City will try and reload from here. Past the midway point of this opening half. We're in the 24th minute. Keeper Radwanski has that.
Flint's done a good job of being able to set this pace of this game now. Started to kind of get a little bit up and down both sides, and then they get that goal and they're able to suddenly now slow the game down a little bit to their pace. Again, still going to pick their moments, but Detroit City wants to run.
Here's Addison. She can run, plays it ahead. Addison, edge of the box, inside of there, and sent out on the end line. Detroit City going to get the chance here coming up.
Good work there from Addison, able to break in. Even better job defensively there from FLINT AFC to get a foot on it. A corner kick coming here for Detroit City, their first of the match.
Danny Steffen will take it. Michigan State midfielder, number 7 over there.
These are the type of set pieces you got to try to take advantage of if you're Detroit City. Haven't been able to hold possession in the attacking third. Got to try to find something here on goal coming from this set piece.
They send it in. Knocked down, punched out of there, try to head it in, and it's gathered in by Cadence Rowanski.
Good work from Radwanski to be able to get a fist on the initial ball played in, just to be able to get something on it, knock it away. Then she comes up big on the second save as that header came back towards goal, keeping her team up 1-0 here and preserving that shutout.
What are the shots now, Steve? Is that the second or third shot for Detroit?
Second shot for Detroit City, 5 shots for Flint.
Okay.
So, we've seen quite a bit of action here. We talked about, we thought this would be an open type game, and both sides definitely looking to go to goal early and often.
See what Detroit City can do with this possession. As you pointed out, they've tried that ball deep and down the middle several times for Kayla Addison. See if they can conjure up anything else here in this set.
Just becomes an easy ball to defend if your center backs are aware and understanding the depth of the ball when it's played. And it doesn't have to be a ball that can be just over the top to beat you. Sometimes you got to find different ways to combine through the midfield, just to force the defense to have to worry about something else. If they're always expecting that long ball, there's a shot from distance.
Sure is.
It just becomes very easy to defend, and so Flint will just drop another player, or they'll just maybe give an extra 5 or 10 yards because they know Addison can run. She's already run past the defense, so they'll make some adjustments and try to realize that if that's all they're going to do, there'll be different ways to approach it defensively. I'm sure we'll see those kind of adjustments made at halftime.
Kayla Addison plays her college soccer at Grand Valley State over in Allendale, west side of the state of Michigan.
Another one of the more premier programs in the country. You talk about Division II, Ben. You talk about North Carolina being a national powerhouse. Grand Valley is a national powerhouse at the Division II level. I believe they've gone to somewhere in the ballpark of 5 or 6 national title games. Final Fours almost every year. Just the consistency of that program and the players that come out of there. May say Division II, but let me tell you, most of those players could play just about anywhere in this country.
Do you get over there and you're officiating or not?
Not as much, a little bit. The assigner I work for just started picking up some of those games. I've done some tournament games out there, so some NCAA tournament games is when I've seen Grand Valley, but I don't get to see them usually in the regular season, but I get to watch from afar, and it's really nice to see the consistency that they bring. And again, you talk about women's soccer in Michigan. And Grand Valley is a testament to that at the college ranks.
Shriver gets that one on the run. They're also pretty good in football. They have been for a long time.
That
Lacrosse,
is true.
Right?
Yeah, it's just. Have you been to the campus?
I have.
It's hard not to want to commit there if you're any sport. How beautiful that campus is. So they do a great job of creating a good environment there at Grand Valley. And again, you talk about it, not just soccer, but football and other sports. And really good to see and just because not every player can go play Division I, right? In any sport, the Division II, Division III, NAIA offer really good opportunities across the state, and we have plenty of those here in our great state of Michigan. And Grand Valley, just one of those that we'll highlight, I'm sure, throughout the broadcast.
No doubt about it. Flint's got possession again here. Touched ahead for Olivia Rush. She plays it out wide. Ahead there for Caldwell.
Beautiful turn there, great possession, control in that tight space. Talk about young players all the time, and that first touch being so important, and you see why, you know, those central midfielders, when they have to stop and turn on a dime, that first touch becomes so important.
There's a shot for Addison down the middle of the park again. Addison, and way out the challenge was Radwanski there.
Smartly done. If she doesn't, I think Addison's in on goal, and you know, she doesn't get the best clearance on it, but getting any touch there is better than getting no touch, because if not, Addison is in on goal and a chance to tie it up for Detroit City.
Tried for the home run again, got stopped there by the goalkeeper for Flint City. Detroit City.
Robbed on the warning track?
Something like that, yeah. I like it. Piotrowski has it now on the right foot. Tried to play it there and taken away. Detroit City's some good defensive plays out of their back end. Blocked some shots. They've done a nice job back there, but they can't clear it out here. Flint's got it again. Justina Gaynor cuts inside, wants to get that left foot free, does, and it's gobbled up by Shriver, the keeper for Detroit City. Quickly rolled up the right side.
Good work again from Flint.
Yep. They look pretty put together here, haven't they, so far? I mean, your first look at them live, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, you can see the movement offensively is really dynamic, really creating a lot of opportunities with the balls they play into space, the movement off the ball, the individual work. So yes, coming together real nice, but you know, even more good credit to Detroit City tonight in their defensive work. You know, the goal came from a lot of good pressure from Flint, right. But obviously ends up with an own goal, not, you know, an individual effort, but Detroit City been throwing bodies forward defensively to block shots and get back.
Here's Landis Canada with it. Help comes, puts it into the middle. Block shot again by Detroit City there. Maddie Canada on to Landis. Piotrowski had it taken away there.
A staple of Dave Dwayhe teams that are going to put 100% effort in and make sure that they commit defensively. And I think you've seen that here, despite them down 1-0. You know, throwing bodies forward defensively, blocking shots and crosses here has been a staple of this back line and this defense for Detroit City.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of that, because clearly Flint City's had far more chances they've generated in that part of the pitch. Ahead now, they get it onto the right foot there of Kayla Addison. She plays it back. Now they get it out wide. One going to the goal. Another good save there. Punched away by Radwanski again. Flint trying to get to it. Gattino's there. Plays it ahead with the left. Again, pressure from Detroit City there on the ball. They got a piece of it, and they forced the turnover.
Chance for them to possess a little bit, force Flint to have to defend. Sometimes even just in this little bit of possession, really not having the ball burns a little bit more energy, and Detroit City hasn't had the ball enough in this game, where if they can take these moments here, even if it's at the end of this half, they might find themselves with an opportunity and get a late chance.
3 matches played for Flint City. They've allowed just 2 goals. Barron sends it ahead, the direction of Addison. Cleared out of there, lifted up into the air by Flint City. Going to make the right decision there. And Detroit City, though, we're going to take it away from their good work from Danny Stefan.
Yeah, and just a giveaway, you know, she gets the ball back and then instantly gives it right back again at herself, and opportunity gone to waste there for Detroit City.
Trying to battle back and get it. They're going to keep possession. Last touch by one of the shins there down there of Flint City. On the restart, Solis plays it across the pitch. Now here comes Detroit City. Gardner sent it in there, but out of the field of play.
Yeah, unable to keep that one on the pitch, and she'll be disappointed. I'm sure she would have loved to get that one across. She had a couple teammates in the mix there. But again, Detroit City's grown into this half, I think, as it's gone on. Obviously, I'm sure they'll be disappointed to find themselves down 1-0 here as this half continues. But they've got to be encouraged with the way they've started to create some more opportunities. And again, defensively, they've been sound. And that's the tough thing against this type of Flint team who offers so many dangerous offensive problems that you really have to be sharp defensively. And they've done that here so far.
35th minute. 1-0. Own goal by Detroit City. He's given Flint City the lead on Detroit City. Came in the 15th minute. To midfield now. Solis gave it up. Ahead for Addison. Flick one through there, but the white shirts of Flint City are there.
And unable to create some link-up play through Addison, as we've seen throughout this half. She's been asked to more run onto the balls. She's not, it doesn't seem to be that type to play back towards the goal, and they're just playing her where she can control it and then connect with her teammates, as she looked to do there. Seems to thrive more in those situations where she can run onto those balls into space and create off the dribble.
Played ahead by Flint, played right back by Detroit City. They travel well, don't they, Steve?
It's hard to mistake the Detroit City faithful, that's for certain.
That's great. Now Addison. Be careful there. That ball was up near the hand, but she did not touch it. Flint City takes over possession again. And what can you do now with Addison? Do you try to get somebody else involved, or is that just the way they're trying to play this thing right now offensively?
Well, I mean, they've been sticking to the plan, all half about trying to find a player into space, and they have some players that can deliver those balls. But there has to be more than that too. Sometimes. Maybe another player making a run to create some more space for her as well. And again, those deliveries need to just be a little bit cleaner. We've seen a couple times just the wrong pace on it. And then when they've tried to play into her, it just doesn't seem to be working as well either. So, stick to it, and maybe we'll see a change in formation. Maybe we'll see a different substitution, or maybe even a second body moving forward. You see Kenna White, who's been supposed to be up there with her as an attacker, really roaming the pitch. Maybe they move Kenna White to a little bit more of a forward position to create another body forward to give that defense something to worry about. Because right now, every one of those backline members for Flint AFC know that it's just going to be a long ball in, and give a little bit more depth, and so maybe try to get Kenna White a little bit more involved if you're Detroit City FC.
White wears number 24. Steve mentioned earlier was at Bowling Green, now Mississippi State. See if they can get her involved. To his point, Flint though has it again here. Trying to get it ahead there for Caldwell. Caldwell trying to pressure the ball, does. And it's last touch by her, and Detroit City will have the possession. Deep in their own territory here in the 38th, approaching the 39th minute of the match. Into space, Addison comes back, good play from her, gets it back there for Kenna White. White on the run, good ball delivered across the pitch. Here comes Detroit City.
And just a wasted ball there.
Yep.
Opportunity with numbers and space moving forward, and just does not find a teammate. And those are the types of opportunities, especially on the counter, where Detroit City could take advantage if just connecting some passes. And I think sometimes it's one of the, you mentioned it about not understanding the teammates you're playing with as well, and where they may be making that run. And you know, you play with a couple teammates in college who maybe make that run to the corner or ones that cut in, and sometimes you have to just get used to those players you're playing with, and sometimes that takes some time and just getting those familiarity with your new teammates.
Yeah. Gattino touches back here. Piotrowski.
Plenty of space here.
Yeah, there is.
He's got 30 yards of space before anyone even.
And an unforced error there.
And sometimes too much space is a bad thing. Is maybe she just overthought it there. But yeah, it's interesting there how much space she was given up on this right side. Not something you normally see, given space in that part of the field.
Right. Detroit City now right up the middle to midfield. Try this left side here. Nicely knocked down by Ellie Poole. Poole going to try to make a run and get back to this ball. Good hustle coming back, though, from Aiden McConnell. And McConnell face down now rolls over in the corner there. Left side of your screen. And she quickly gets back up, though.
It was a good defensive play and maybe just got rolled up on.
Coming up on the halftime report that's presented by Ali Live Sports. We'll have a scoring summary and match statistics right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. We're in the final 5 of the first half here. 15th minute, own goal scored by Detroit City has given Flint City a 1-0 lead. That's been it.
Not for the lack of chances on both ends. Maybe a few more on one side or the other, but definitely an open game that has provided quite a bit of action on both ends.
You're your own stat guy. Do you track chances or just shots?
Just shots.
Okay. What would you guess the chances are if you had to? At this point.
I would say maybe just one or two more than the shots are. I mean, there's been, I would say maybe Flint's got maybe 4 or 5 more because I've had several blocked that I don't, you know, those blocked shots, I don't even, I won't count those if they don't ever even really make it to frame. But
fair enough.
And, you know, we've seen probably at least 4 or 5 block shots from Detroit City. So the chances have been there for Flint. They've probably been probably in double-digit chances tonight.
All right.
And Detroit City, too, you know, if you talk about chances, and we just kind of watching the game, how many times over the top has Addison been there, been very close. So Detroit City creating a lot of chances as well, and sometimes those things again don't show up in the stat book. But you know, if you're here watching this game with you've seen a lot of chances both sides, up and down action. You know, not as open maybe as we thought from the get-go.
Right.
But it quickly you know evolved into an open match here within the first 10 or 15.
Okay. 42nd here now. Piotrowski played it on there to Maddie Canada. Canada plays it ahead for Caldwell. Ball State. You said you do the MAC. You've probably seen a lot of her, right?
This is true. Came up to me the other day and said something. Was like, "Oh, didn't you ref this game?" And I was like, "Sure, probably." Sometimes you start reffing too many games, they all start to blend together.
Well, at least they remembered you.
Yeah, it's a good thing. You know? Well, I don't know, maybe yes, maybe not.
You would have heard about it, right?
As a referee, sometimes it's best to not be remembered. When this player came up to me in a college game, and he remembered me from reffing one of his high school games.
Wow.
In which I had to ref with no shoes on.
Really?
I got a blister on my Achilles, and it hurt more to have shoes on than to not. So I reffed about a week without shoes. And I told every coach and player before the game, like, hey, I'm not crazy. I'm doing this for a reason. And all of them were like, cool, just as long as you don't get stepped on. And I was like, no, I'll be fine. But apparently I made such an impression that some guy came up to me and was like, didn't you ref my high school game without shoes? And I was like, I can't believe you remember. 5 straight days of games that I was on turf, so I didn't have to worry about that. And I had 5 straight days of coaches who were very understanding and were like, no, I'm glad you're healing,
right?
And I'd rather you be able to run with no shoes than with shoes. But
should write a book.
Getting a blister on the Achilles is no fun, let me tell you. It's
I can only imagine.
Yeah, not as a referee. Not ideal. Not ideal.
Restart coming here from Detroit City. 44th minute here. They're down 1-0 here on the road. These two sides met last Saturday in front of 5,000 at Keyworth Stadium in Detroit. Played to a scoreless draw. Detroit City looking for the first win in this coaching tenure for David DeWahey. You've talked at length about how decorated he is. They looked ahead for Addison. He's trying to get his first win as the head coach of the women's side here for Detroit City FC.
And up to a tall task here tonight, obviously knowing that we talked about it in the open, survived those first 10 minutes, and they did that.
Yeah.
They definitely survived. Just a little bit unlucky with how that ball ended up in the back of the net, but they've done well. I think he'll be proud of the first half as far as the way they've competed defensively, and there's been some moments on the offensive end where they can take away some positives, but still got to keep grinding and find ways to get back into this match. Still plenty of time, but some adjustments I'm sure will be made. Some substitutions at half. We talked about their roster and some of the players that we may see here tonight.
Detroit City forcing a turnover. Can they take advantage of it here late? Played ahead for Addison. Good read, though, once again by McConnell. Had a couple of nice defensive plays here late stages of this first half.
Yeah, we talk about the Detroit City back line being very stout tonight, and the FLINT AFC back line also very, very stout tonight in their handling of Kayla Addison up front and Kenna White, not allowing too many opportunities over the top. Keeping this shutout intact as the first half almost comes to a close here. I think we may have seen indication of 1 minute of stoppage time from our fourth official.
That's correct. And a couple officials up here in the booth with us.
Sometimes too many officials in a booth can be a bad thing,
I've been in a few.
No VAR up here tonight.
This is a very good one. Good ball played through, but Schreiber's there. That was Bella Gattino stepping on the gas there. FLINT has it again here. See if they can make another push here late here in the stoppage time here in this first half. Play it out wide. Caldwell right in the middle of the pitch. Tino played it back. Now they'll come out wide with it for Piotrowski. Piotrowski turns that one over. And that's going to take us to the end of the half. 46 minutes played. 1 goal on the board. 15th minute. It was an own goal for Detroit City. FLINT will take it. They lead 1-0 at the end of the first half here. Great to have you with us here. The home opener for Flint City AFC on the Michigan Soccer Network. More to come after this short but important timeout.
Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy opening up this March will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Clubs love Ollie because it helps them manage their club and accelerate the development of their coaches and players. Every soccer club talks about their focus on development, but nobody actually measures it until now. We've developed the capability for every one of your teams to easily capture pro-level game stats in real time using a mobile phone. It's one thing at the end of the day to look up the results for your club, but how valuable would it be for directors to actually see how each team played? How well did a team possess the ball and control the game? How well did they create dangerous chances inside the box? How did your top players perform? And how is each coach improving from week to week? Ollie provides this powerful data through a club dashboard that shows club results and lets you drill down into any game or player. Ollie also includes team and club management that lets you communicate instantly with coaches, parents, and players and lets directors see every club event so they can easily coordinate visits to matches and training sessions. It's got everything you need in one simple app. Reach out to us to get your club started today.
Every small business has expenses as it grows. Whether you're a farmer, a wedding planner, or anything in between, PFCU can help. With a suite of business services, we can help build your business.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Are you looking to grow here in 2023? Let the Michigan Soccer Network help you and your restaurant fill more seats. Help you and your law firm get new clients. Help you and your dental practice find more patients. Find more roofing customers for this upcoming summer. And to help you and your medical practice find new patients. To learn more or get started, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com.
I work in nursing home, I work in the restaurant, and I own my own food truck. And I bank with Huntington. I used to always look at that sign, come on, own your own home. So one day I just said, okay, I'm gonna go talk to the banker. And he didn't tell me, no, it's not possible. He told me anything was possible. And that made me feel good. Hi, I'm Veronica, and this is my banker, Roger. He's awesome. He's a good guy.
Every small business has expenses as it grows. Whether you're a farmer, a wedding planner, or anything in between, PFCU can help. With a suite of business services, we can help build your business.
Welcome back to Atwood Stadium. Flint City playing its home opener here tonight. They're 2-0-1 on the season. And that draw came against Detroit City FC a week ago tonight. They're on top of that same Detroit City FC squad by a count of 1-0. Ben Holden, Steve Best, Joanna Tuttle. We're going to check in with Joanna at some point here in the halftime portion of the broadcast or early in the second half. Steve, what are your biggest thoughts on the match so far before we look at the numbers?
Well, I think, we don't maybe have possession percentages, but obviously Flint City was, I think, a little bit more the team with the ball in that first half. But Detroit City was able to weather that storm a little bit, find their footing into the game. And, Flint City with 7 shots, so they've definitely put more shots towards goal. But Detroit City also creating opportunities just in a different style of play. But, some adjustments are going to need to be made. That, it's a very clean game with only 1 foul. We really haven't seen too many, dangerous tackles or anything. Some good defensive work on both ends. Both goalkeepers coming up big so far. Just the type of game you want to see. Nothing extracurricular, none of the nonsense, none of that over physical play. It doesn't mean there's not physical play,
right?
But nothing with outside the guidelines of the game. And so it's good to see that. And when you see the high skill level, it's been fun to watch. And we've gotten one goal so far, and I expect more in the second half.
All right. So those are the halftime numbers presented by Olive Live Sports. I beg your pardon. Easy for me to say. Did you sell that account? If you did, apologize for me, will you?
It can be a tongue twister sometimes.
Schwartz Creek Band's in the house here at Atwood Stadium. It's turned out to be a beautiful night. Not a cloud in the sky at this point in time. Looking forward to more of halftime in the second half when we come back after this short timeout. You're watching the USLW League here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
At Dort Financial Credit Union, we believe in fulfilling our members' dreams and care deeply about supporting our community.
Without amazing partners like Dort Financial Credit Union, we would not be able to do what we do. And that's truly the backbone of our organization, is having those partnerships and community relationships.
From supporting community events to our employee volunteers, we are passionate about giving back to organizations that are important to you and helping make our community a great place to live, work, and play.
So you're banana bread experts.
At this point. I'm Annie.
I'm Morgan.
And this is our banker, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. They came in and were looking for financing. They needed some seed money to get the business going.
I was with him when I got the news that we had gotten into our dream retailer. I said, you allowed us to get here.
I live vicariously through all my customers, and this was just incredible. I could share in that victory with them.
It sounds like you made that victory possible.
I had a little something to do with it.
Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founder's rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Thank you for stopping by the Michigan Soccer Network. To not miss out on any of the action, all you have to do is simply hit the subscribe button, and that way you're notified every time we bring new content or go live. Thanks for stopping by.
We roll on here from Atwood Stadium, halftime, nearing the end, but right now we're looking at that Schwartz Creek Band in the house. They're putting on a little bit of a show here for the fans. Good turnout here for the home opener for Flint City AFC on top of Detroit City FC 1-0. And those watching online, you can watch us all over the place. YouTube's the main channel for the Michigan Soccer Network, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Steve Best, you guys are all over the place. Great stuff. So those that have voted so far online still, I want to get your reaction to this, still believe Detroit City FC is going to win this game. 74 to 16% is the vote tally to this point.
Hey, we talk about it. The Northern Guard and those City supporters are City strong. But, again, it hasn't been for lack of chances that they trail in this game. They've created some opportunities, a goal called back for an offside decision. So we are, expecting more in the second half. And, I think it's time we check in with our sideline reporter. Let's head on to Joanna Tuttle down on the sideline.
Guys, thanks. It was an interesting first half. Of course, Coach Dwayhe saying he wasn't expecting that goal on themselves. Of course, also Coach Krisnick saying that's not the way they wanted to go, but she'll take the 1-0 at the half. Both coaches telling me they are going to make substitutions about halfway through the second half of play, making adjustments, switching a couple players just to get things going. But so far, both coaches think they're pretty evenly matched. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Joanna.
Yeah, no, and I think she makes a good point, and something that, echoing what we just talked about here, Ben, is that, changes are going to need to be made first and foremost, but that there's going to be, that wasn't happy, obviously, the way the goal was scored, but it was due to the pressure they created. And I think Coach Dwayhe, obviously not the goal you want to concede, but happy with how they played. And the same thing for Flint, not the goal you want to score. Maybe it's not the prettiest, but at the same time, you'll take it. So a lot to take out of that half from both sides. And I think she's right. Adjustments will be made, and we're going to see a different half here in this second half.
All right, we will get the second half underway. We'll take one more time out here on the Michigan Soccer Network, and we'll get it going. Half number 2 comes your way between Flint City AFC and Detroit City FC right after this short timeout from Atwood Stadium.
I work in nursing home, I work in the restaurant, and I own my own food truck. And I banquet Huntington. I used to always look at that sign, come on, own your own home. So one day I just said, okay, I'm gonna go talk to the banker. And he didn't tell me, no, it's not possible. He told me anything was possible. And that made me feel good. Hi, I'm Veronica, and this is my banker, Roger. He's awesome. He's a good guy.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Two sides have made their way back to the bench areas. Ben Holden, Steve Best, Joanna Tuttle, all of our crew. Steve, do you get the day off tomorrow? Are you doing more matches here on the network?
I guess you could say it's a day off of the network, as I will not be with John calling a Michigan Hawks versus Livonia City game.
Okay.
But I will be refereeing 2 games with my fiance.
Okay, cool. That's great.
We have some men's games to ref tomorrow, some over 30 men's games. So it's a day off in one aspect, but then I get to go out in the field and do my job down there. So it's always something.
That's cool.
I get to do it with my beautiful fiance, and it's how we initially met many years ago, and have reconnected. And again, now she's my fiance, and so it's kind of fun to be able to do that because I don't get an opportunity to ref with her a lot, as I do far different games than she does. She does a lot of the youth games or men's games, but we get a chance a little bit in the summer to do some games together, and it's fun, and it's an opportunity to get back and spend some time with her on the field, so that's always fun.
That's great. That's really cool. Glad to hear that, and good luck with that as we get a look down there pitch level at Flint City AFC, and there's Detroit City FC, and See, that's players kind of taking over the huddle there, saying, all right, let's do this. Let's make sure we're doing this. Let's be responsible. And as we talked about at the in the pregame show, and we started that around 7 o'clock tonight.
Work there turned in.
Yeah, it's a development
Avery
league,
Peters,
but
the
these players,
Michigan
they want to win. They want to develop and win. Here's the first chance here for Detroit City.
Yeah, and this was
they
that
get
opportunity,
in. Good look.
opportunity for
And they
Madison that was
score.
called back
It's
for an offsides, and she had thought she had given Detroit City the early lead there, and that was the best chance of the half, really, for Detroit
can't
City.
link up here on this pass,
we did
but
have
they'll
an
put some
opportunity.
pressure on. They're going to get a chance, and Schreiber, another stop. Oh, and
attempted
that one
clearance,
goes in.
and the ball ricochets off and into the back of the net. Obviously not what Detroit City was looking for, but Flint AFC will gladly take it. As any chance to give your team a lead and go up in a game, you will take it. Not the prettiest, but still plenty of opportunities to get more of those here in this second half.
All right, that is Steve Best. My name is Ben Holden. Joanna Tuttle's on the pitch. And all of our crew here, part of the broadcast tonight, Michigan Soccer Network. Second match these two have played in 7 days. Played to a scoreless draw last Saturday at Detroit City FC. Flint City 2-0-1 atop the Great Lakes Division standings. A win tonight would eclipse their win total of year one last year in the league. They went 2-9-1.
And we talked about it, but that early success in a season like that sometimes can be so crucial in just building confidence in a young squad and in a squad that hasn't played together most of the seasons. A lot of these women come together from all different programs, so it's hard to build that team cohesion and really get that team bonding, but early wins definitely help that.
Great ball dropped in there for Michaela Johnson. She's one of two subs I see, reserves that have come in here to begin the half. The other one is 15, Reese Slater. For Flint City AFC, and Michelle Krisnick, head coach in her first year. That's the keeper, of course, for Detroit City. Abby Schreiber.
Shriver's played well in this first half.
Yeah.
Coming up with 4 saves. Big saves, keeping her team in it. Again, the goal not to her own fault. She had stepped up and made the save.
Slater plays one in, challenges Schreiber. She had to come out there with Johnson right in her kitchen.
Yeah, again, smart off her line there, being aware, and sometimes taking away those opportunities are just as important as shot saving, as preventing that opportunity from ever getting the goal.
Get it out to midfield by the keeper, Schreiber. Flint's on it. Tino, good ball she played on. Another good ball played through the middle. Now Johnson making a run, but Schreiber comes out to get it away from her once again. Gardner turned it over. On the run, Flint. Nice little heel there, playing it on the wing here for Slater. Plays it in, they let it go through. Johnson with a chance, and Schreiber diving to her right. Comes up and keeps the ball. She's got it.
Great dummy on that ball through. Getting across, getting that shot on goal, and Schreiber comes up with the save, but great work on the offensive end there from Flint City. Is really creative work and play there to dummy that ball. Sometimes, one player may dummy a ball, but you have to know that your teammate's expecting it, right? And right there, there was some good communication or recognition, at least, to know. Didn't catch her off by surprise, and an effort finding the frame, but the goalkeeper coming up big with the save.
1-0 Flint City. Reese Slater. Olivia Rush. McConnell headed away by Detroit City. Catino's there. That attempt blocked away. Another block there. Romaldo makes the play there for that block for Detroit City. That's got to be a handful of blocks, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, you think they'd be from the school of Dikembe Mutombo with all the blocks they've been bringing here tonight.
Nice reference there. Like it.
No.
All right, exactly. Here's Flint back on the attack. Looking for Michaela Johnson. She is speedy, number 5 in white.
Great movement, almost perfectly placed pass there with the right amount of pace, but Flint City continues to attack here and really start to pick apart this Detroit City back line.
McConnell surveys. Wide ball. Knocked away and into the hands of Shriver there. 27-89 the attendance here tonight at Atwood Stadium in Flint. Good turnout to watch the home side in their home opener in their 4th match of the campaign. 2-0-1 start. The ladies from Flint. Johnson, she's brought some energy here to begin this second half and had that one kicked away as she made a couple of nifty moves but couldn't maintain possession.
Yeah, just unlucky there. She comes in with a burst of speed, a nice little cut back, and just as you thought she might be cutting back and going to goal, it just takes a little bit of a heavy touch off her foot and out of bounds, but encouraging to see the different pace and change of pace that she's brought to this game.
He's definitely better. Like he's like okay. Like I don't know how to like.
Addison out wide. Kayla Addison had it taken away. Ahead to Slater.
He's like what they're looking for. You know?
The room here to operate. Onto the foot there of Abby Worthman, 2nd-year member of this Flint City side. Johnson now. Goes lefty. Didn't miss by much.
Another great opportunity here from Flint. Johnson this time at the top of the box is able to cut it back onto her left foot. Tries to find the far corner, but just puts it past that far post. And the game stays 1-0 to Flint.
Shriver played it out wide. Flint, good pressure on the ball, but apparently too good a pressure. Foul called there against Gattino.
Been a fairly clean game, only the 3rd foul of the match here, and really been a testament to both sides and how they've played, and that means that, you know, well-coached defensive efforts, understanding how to time tackles and the pressure and physicality that you present in a game. And doesn't mean that all games should be this way, but it is nice to see sometimes a match with very few fouls and both teams just really wanting to play and respecting the game in a way that just a nice free-flowing style to the game.
This part of the broadcast is brought to you by Base Camp Fitness in Troy. Get maximum results in half the time. Base Camp Fitness in Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road. To inquire about a membership or amenities, you can call 586-416-1800 or go to basecampfitness.com. Did you sell that one? Or is that John?
I'd give John all the credit.
You give him all the credit? Good stuff. Great sponsors here on our broadcast here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Latest update still has Detroit City FC 75% to 25% to win the match among those watching us online here tonight.
Maybe they think they're watching the men's game because they're winning, right?
1-0, right?
Yeah,
last check?
Yeah, early 5-minute goal from the Detroit City men's side sees them up against San Antonio, which is a huge game in the USL Championship.
Played ahead, Gattino played it in front. Nobody home, and Detroit City dodges a bullet there.
Yeah, if she's able to pick out Johnson there trailing, and if she finds her, it's probably a goal with not many defenders around there, and Detroit City will be happy to escape that moment without conceding. But Flint City continues to attack in multiple ways and create very dangerous opportunities here. They are sniffing out that second goal.
They sure are. Here they come again, putting a push on here to begin the second half. Good footwork there, turned in from Slater, but it's sent out by Detroit City.
Can kind of sense that opportunity coming, not necessarily goals coming, but the way Flint City is throwing numbers forward in their attack. These girls are trying to be as creative as possible in around goal, and can almost sense another great opportunity coming.
Gattino plays it through. Teammate will get down there and get it, but Shriver calmly gathers that one in. Can they keep this? Yep, they'll keep it in play, no problem. Ahead for Addison, couldn't get the heel on it. Flint City will get possession again. Back for Radwanski. Cadence Radwanski, the keeper. Kayla Johnson. She'll take off. Shriver well out, has this one. Peters trying to get it and keep it away from Johnson, and does.
Flint happy to sit back here as Detroit City will just take their time in building possession.
Nearly turned it over there, but a good footwork from Gardner to keep it in. Now does turn it over right back up the middle of the park. McConnell. Gainer. Slater couldn't get to it. Tino out with it. Play it through, the run for Flint City.
Corner if it goes. It will be.
Yeah.
I think there's just a slight touch there from the defender on the way in, and the Flint City attacker realized that, and realizing she didn't need to get a touch as that one ran out of bounds. And the second corner of the game coming here for Flint.
Go ahead, Steve.
First of the second half, sorry, Ben.
No, you're good. Abby Worthman will send it in from the corner. Lefty boot in. A little bit deep on that. Detroit City, double on the ball. They get it free. Trying to work in there was Gainer. Good work by Gainer, Justina Gainer. Puts it in. Shriver comes out, punched that one out. Good read by her, and she's slow to get up. She was favoring that left arm, trying to shake it off in there, and what an outstanding play there from Shriver.
Yeah, and showing the willingness to go into the crowd and get into the mix and get a fist on that ball to punch it away and eliminate an opportunity. She's been on top of her game tonight. Again, the reason they trail in this game is no knock on her play tonight, as she has been on top of her game, making big save after big save and big clearance after big clearance, and another one right there.
This part of the broadcast is brought to you by Doug Steinert of Century 21 Campbell. The real estate market can be messy and confusing. When to buy, when to sell. Home inspections, appraisals, all of it. If you're looking to buy or sell, call or text or email Doug Steinert of Century 21 Campbell. He will help guide you through the whole process from start to finish. You can reach Doug at 248-765-1781 or dougsteinert@gmail.com. Possession here for Flint. Slater. Nice moves out of her. Good ball played ahead onto the foot there of Worthman. Knocked away. Gardner was challenged there, but it stays with Detroit City. They get a sub here from the reserves for Flint City. Reese Canada is going to come in. She wears number 8. Left side of your screen, she makes her way in. Came in to replace Bella Gattino. 59th minute, still 1-0. 15th minute when the own goal was put in by Detroit. Work from them. Gardner stays with it, but cannot keep it in play.
Good effort there from Gardner, showing a little bit of energy up this right side, being able to create, but just unable to keep that one in play, as Detroit City will try to pin Flint down into this corner.
Headed in a little bit further into the stadium there, and now Slater, like Johnson's been really good energy here. Start the second half, 5 and 15 in white.
I'm sure you've seen it plenty of times, Ben, but sometimes these games where a team is up 1-0, has all the possessions, creating all the opportunities, and all it takes is one moment for that, the opposing team to get right back into the match and this game to flip. And really, if you're Flint, got to try to find a way to get that second goal. But Detroit City still going to keep that belief in knowing that they're just one shot, one play away from getting right back into this match.
Totally agree. It's all it takes. One chance. Now Detroit City down the middle. Trying to get in behind there. They do, and there's the chance, and it's in the back of the goal. Nicely done, Steve. It's a 1-1 match. Right on cue here in the 61st minute. We're tied.
Sometimes it's just that one opportunity you need, and Detroit City maybe hasn't been the better team in possession, but just a one beautifully played ball in, and as we're going to see here on the replay,
down the middle,
maybe misjudged a little bit.
There they do, and there's the chance.
He's able to chip the goalkeeper, find the back of the net, and we're all tied at 1 apiece.
Beautiful. That's a mic drop for you. Couldn't have been any better timing, my friend.
You know what? A lot of times I don't speak many things into existence, but that one, I guess we'll have to note that one down.
Well done. Well done, my friend.
I guess I have a good read on the game so far, maybe.
Yeah, you're very good.
Don't expect any more of it, Ben. This is my one and done.
All right, what's going to happen in the next 10 seconds?
Well, hopefully White will just string some passes together here. I'm surprised you didn't ask for the lottery numbers, as I expected that to be your next move.
Maybe later. Coming up next Saturday, the Flint City Bucks home opener will take place as they'll host Midwest United right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. So Ellie Poole, the Bowling Green product, deposited that one in to tie us up at 1.
It was a great individual effort from Ellie Poole. She was able to run onto that ball, kind of understand and reading that bounce, which I think is one of the most underrated things in the game sometimes, is just reading the physics of the ball and understanding maybe where it will bounce or how high. And she saw that bouncing over the defender. She was able to get underneath her and then recognize where the goalkeeper was and know that she was off her line, and to be able to put just enough on it to chip her but not go over the net. Well done there from Ellie Poole. Again, you talked about a Bowling Green product, and well struck there and able to provide the equalizer for her team.
Here comes Detroit. They've got the momentum, the energy right now. Trying to get this ball free. Once again, Gardner, she's been very active here in the second half. Sent into touch, and Detroit City will get the restart here.
And we talk about last time these two teams played to a 0-0 draw, and then obviously Detroit City concedes that own goal in the first half. Not the way you want to start, but then they find some belief, right? Finding a goal themselves and really believing they can compete. And sometimes that can change the whole outlook of the match. And still plenty of time here, just under 30 minutes to play. And Detroit City now can try to go ahead and find that go-ahead goal.
Gardner, ball played through there, just unable to get a foot on it. There was Kenna White. You mentioned her back in the first half. Another option for them to go to, and they've gone to her a couple times. She was the target there, but it just didn't materialize.
Yeah, and they found different ways to attack, and you have to credit the adjustments that Coach Dave Dwayhe probably made here at the halftime to weigh the look at some different options, and been successful in this opening few minutes here in the second half.
Flint City gains a midfield line, played right down the middle. Detroit back. 15 on 15. That was Slater on Peters. Wide near side.
Good opportunity here on the other side for Flint to respond, but unable to put that shot on target, as now we're going to see a handful of Detroit City players make their way onto the pitch.
Yep. Including the 14-year-old Lily Jekyll, wears number 18. 14, ladies and gentlemen. She's playing mostly against college players that are in these sides in the USLW League. She has checked in number 18 for Detroit City FC, along with 3 other changes for them.
And she'll be down here on the near side, playing maybe an outside right mid or a wing here attack, and keep an eye on her. She's gonna almost get her first touch.
You're playing Nostradamus again.
Well, you know, sometimes you gotta just pull the strings just right, you know.
That's great.
It'd be nice. Maybe she can find her way into first goal here. You know, you never know.
You never know.
I've seen crazier things.
Yep.
As much as you think you know what to expect in a game of soccer,
right?
Always expect the unexpected.
I've always been a big fan of Jim Mora, not Jim Mora Jr., but Senior. I don't know if you remember this quote.
Playoffs?
No, not that one. His dad, well, it was Senior, but basically the premise of the soundbite was you think you know, but you don't know, and you never will know. Have you seen that one? You know the one I'm talking about?
I do know.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, when he was coaching the Saints.
Yep.
So
it's so true, though. It's,
it is.
You know, as much as sometimes you think you know what's going to happen and what the expectation are, you know, until it comes out here and gets played tonight. You know, if you would have just watched that first half, you would have thought Flint City had scored a few goals. You know, despite the way the one goal went in, you would have thought they'd been the team on the front foot. And Detroit City defensively, we talked about their block shots, their commitment to the defense all game has kept them in it. And you know, we talk about all those block shots coming back to help them, knowing that now all that one shot now tied it, and now another shot puts them in the lead. And it's that credit to that work defensively, and sometimes those things, you know, go unnoticed. As foul here committed by Flint, free kick coming for City, but you know, sometimes those little things can go a long way, and that's what we've seen here tonight.
Next Saturday, the Flint City Bucks play their home opener. They'll host Midwest United. Are you on that call of that one?
I am not, sir, but you never know. Things can change.
Our good friend Dave Ellis is, I do believe. I'll be gone next weekend on an earlier commitment. I look forward to getting back here. I believe next time I'm with you guys is on the 31st. That's the 11 a.m. game. I'll have 2 Tim Hortons in the booth that day.
Have one for me, because I won't drink it.
Not a coffee guy?
I'm not a warm drink guy, really. Right. It's hard because all my referee friends, they love their coffee.
Right.
Pre-game coffee.
There was the young lady we talked about, Lily Jekyll, trying to work her way through there. Flint City denying that. 67th minute. Match level 1-1. Foul call there on Flint City. Easy call that was.
Yeah, simple foul there right in front of the referee. And again, haven't had many of them tonight, but that one's spot on. And dangerous set piece coming here for Detroit City FC.
Ellie Poole, the goal to tie it here. Avery Peters gets the assist. Anything in particular, or you just think this is straightforward?
I think it'll be floated up towards the top of the box, hopefully get a head onto it. And of course, as I say that, she goes for goal. So when you think you know, you don't know.
You don't. Yeah. No. Well, listen, you've got the prediction and call of the match so far on that goal.
I've seen it all day, and it just seems to be the theme of the last week or so with when John and I have been on some games where a team that just it doesn't have possession and has not been the better side, but they stay in the game, and it's a one-goal game, and all it takes is one shot to get them right back, and then the momentum starts to flip. And you've seen Detroit City been a little bit better since scoring that goal. Obviously, Flint still creating, and they haven't dropped a level by any means, but sometimes it's just that little bit of hope that you need, and Detroit City's thriving on that now.
Michaela Johnson, look at the speed out of her out wide, and just too much lift under that. Good moves. She is speedy. I mean speedy.
Yeah, and she's been a threat, especially in this second half. She's kind of been a little bit more explosive and going at that back line, creating space. They're unable to put that shot on target, but again, creating opportunities and encouraging to see for Flint City and Michelle Krisnick's side.
Played ahead. Good ball played in there. Player going to the goal. It's the youngster, 18 in there, but Flint City gets to it, clears it out near midfield. Detroit City putting some good pressure on, but Flint finds some space on this near side beneath our vantage point. Slater played ahead. foul. It's going to go over to Detroit City. The foul called there on Reese Canada.
Yeah, and I think she just might have got an arm into the back of the Detroit City player there, as they both kind of were challenging for that ball, but free kick coming for Detroit City here on their own side of midfield.
Detroit City side looking for their first win this season. 2 draws. Third match in last 6 days for them. Good move to get inside. Good tackle there to slip that ball out by Flint City, but they're going to wind up from distance, and that one well off the mark from Detroit.
That was a lovely little lifted ball in here on the near side. Just a little bit of an unusual type through ball, but it worked. It was perfectly placed, perfect amount of pace, and created another opportunity for Detroit City as they've really started to turn it on here in this second half.
They really have. Another chance for him here. Peters, touched ahead. Johnson plays it off the chest. Peters, tackle by her to knock it free. Some space on that far wing. Now a race forward here. Flint gets to it. Smart play to play it into the touch line for the throw-in restart. Sloppy with it there, and they turn it over to Detroit to Flint City. Ahead up in the direction of Michaela Johnson, unable to get to it. Midfield circle now on the wing. Dangerous ball there. It gets through though, and Gardner will track it down for Detroit. Good play coming back by Flint City. Now a quick counter from Flint City. Good job coming back by Gardner. Look at her work. Foul, but that was a really good effort by her coming all the way back up the pitch.
Yeah, it was a great effort to track all the way back. She grabbed just a little bit too much for the referee's liking there. I think the right foul call made, but it was good work from her. To track back and give it all there defensively. But we've seen a lot of that tonight from both sides. The defensive effort, the tracking back, not giving up on any play, and the importance of that is provided in this match. Can't be spoken about enough. The way both these teams have put an effort to block shots and make sure that they're sound defensively.
Nicole Green's a referee. Caitlin Gerbach, Audra Fullen, the ARs, and Christine Lindsay is the 4th official tonight.
I've been spot on with everything tonight. Really, a good game for a referee is a game that we don't talk about them at all, and that's been very much the case tonight. A couple simple foul calls, but beyond that, the game has been pretty easy, and gotten everything right so far.
Always a good thing. You referees never want to be a part of it. I mean, I'm being serious. No matter what the sport, you don't want to decide anything.
You don't want to. I mean, we understand that there's part of the game that we have to, right? You're there to make big decisions at times, but the less that you have to be in the spotlight, the better, and let the players on the pitch decide. And we all love it when the game goes that easy. It doesn't happen as often, but a game like this, it's fun to watch when you can just let the players dictate how this thing's going to get settled.
Good stab there by Lily Jekyll. 14 years old. You can just see it. You can see the ability. You can see the step in her for this Detroit City side.
And the more minutes she gets at this level, even just, this last 20 minutes here or so are going to be vital just to, break that comfort level, just being able for her to understand she belongs and knows that, these players may be a little bit older than her, but she can still play with them from a skill standpoint and a physical standpoint, and that'll be huge in her development.
Sure will. Ellie Poole has it. She's got the Detroit City goal. Jekyll now. Goes lefty. Good defensive work there, though, to take it away from her. Quickly right back ahead for Detroit City. Diving play. And a save is made there by Flint City. A big-time stop there.
Yeah, and a giveaway right back to Detroit City, and they turned it into a shot on target, and here comes another one.
They're coming all right. They're bringing a lot of pressure here. They'll sling it out wide side of the pitch here in the 74th and a 1-1 tie. Detroit City will get this one. Gabby Shriver. So the final poll, I'm told, from our online viewers. Thank you all that are watching. We appreciate the support as Michigan Soccer Network continues to grow. 74-26, Steve, are the numbers. They still think Detroit City's winning this match.
Well, those faithful who kept the belief when they were down 1-0 and now at 1-1. Again, one moment, one chance. They may end up serving to be right here. Is still plenty of time, and Detroit City been a little bit of the better side here in the last 15.
They really have. They put a lot of pressure on. The most pressure they put and the most time they've spent sustained in the offensive end of the pitch. Am I right?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think it's been one of those things that they kind of had to kind of feel and work their way into this game. And Coach Dway, he talked about it from the get-go. We've mentioned it a couple times. Survived the first 10, and they've done more than that. They've been able to get themselves into this game and find their passing lanes and connections. They've done a little bit better on the offensive end. Outside of when we saw in that first half, really just trying to play Kayla Addison over the top, and they weren't being as creative through the middle of the field. They've been a little bit better than that here in the second half and attacking kind of up the outsides, down the flanks, and I think they found a little bit more success with that, and that builds confidence, and that's where they find themselves tied in this match with just 15 to go.
Substitution has been made by Detroit City. Drew Martin, number 3, in for the goal scorer, Ellie Poole. Another chance there. Good burst of speed there, and a good stop there from Radwanski.
Yeah, and beautiful ball played in, and Poole's able to turn and get that shot on frame, but coming up with the save is the keeper, and Radwanski's been big all night and coming up with save after save, and none more crucial than that one right there.
Good job by Flint to keep possession. Ball played ahead. Gardner lifted it across the pitch. Trying to connect there with Sid Bloomquist. Flint's got it back though. Nearly 2,800 inside of Atwood Stadium tonight. Watching a good tilt between these two sides. Flint turned it over though, but they're going to get it right back as it was sent at a touchdown in the bench area by Detroit City.
I have a feeling we're going to see still a couple really good opportunities maybe for either side here in the rest of this half. Too many talented players out there with the determination and drive to try to go find a game winner. That there'll be some chances here, and it'll be up to the goalkeepers really, I think, how this game ends.
City doubling the ball there. Justina Gaynor unable to get through. Abby Worthman the restart. Gaynor. Flint will try this again. It's Gaynor. Gaynor gets a step to Johnson. Kayla Johnson. Up top she goes with it. Worthman. Now Slater. Puts it in front. Immediately cleared out of there, booted out of there by Detroit City. Good defensive work out of them. Trying to get it over the midfield line. They do. The youngsters on the ball now. The 14-year-old plays it ahead, and it's going to go in the goal as Detroit City takes the lead. It's 2-1 here in the 79th minute.
And we talk about it, just all you need is one opportunity, and Detroit City catches Flint on the counter attack, and they're able to tuck this one past the goalkeeper and give them a 2-1 lead here. And we talked about those faithful 76%.
That's right.
Ben, they were sticking strong with this side, and now the Detroit women find themselves up 2-1. We're going to see this replay here. She's able to get a touch on it just as the keeper's coming out. She catches her while she was still moving, unable to set her feet. The best time to shoot as an attacker there. And she catches the goalkeeper moving and gives Detroit City a 2-1 lead here with just over 11 minutes to play in this second half.
What a push they've had here in this second half. Taken away by Detroit City once again. It's that young lady, Lily Jekyll. Jekyll puts it on goal. Worthman plays it ahead. And too much steam on that ball, turned over by Flint City.
Still plenty of time left in this match, and Flint City's got the attacking power. We've seen them create throughout this second half and creating opportunities. But, we talk about it, and, Ben, a team that wasn't maybe leading in possession, wasn't finding themselves into this game from the get-go, but what did they do defensively? They stuck in, they kept making block shots, they kept themselves in the game, and they were able to take 2 moments, turn them into 2 goals, and now they lead 2-1 here with just over 10 minutes to play. And credit to Dave Dwahey and his staff as they've been able to put this Flint team under pressure in this second half and give themselves a chance here to come away with 3 points.
So the go-ahead goal, Adele Francis, set up by Lily Jekyll in the 79th minute.
14-year-old getting an assist. I said goal, but she found herself on the board and an assist. Can't ask for more than that. Making your debut like this, got to be exciting, I'm sure, Ben.
She does not look out of place at all, does she?
No, she the way she is out there is definitely not showing any sign of being out of place by any means.
Post-game reports presented by Commercial Graphics. We'll have a scoring summary, match stats, and a whole lot more at the conclusion of this. Into the 82nd now. 2-1, the visitors, Detroit City. Flint City's got possession here. Really haven't had a chance here in, fair to say 10 minutes? Is that too much, or am I off a little bit?
It seems about right.
Yeah.
They've had the ball down here a little bit, but really failed to get anything on goal. And credit to Detroit's back line and goalkeeper for keeping an organized back line. We talk about 2 teams, and Gabby Shriver, the goalkeeper here for Detroit City, has come up huge time after time, creating or eliminating opportunities, and she's going to have to do that here in the remaining 8 minutes.
Here's a ball sent in. Sent right back out by the defenders of Detroit City. Now here they come again. It's that young lady again. Jekyll plays the ball ahead. That one's offside for sure. Chains of possession goes over to Flint City here. Bowman plays it ahead. Turned over again. Sent right back down by Detroit City. City on the run. Now they'll slow things down a little bit here. Bowman. Too much on that. Restart Detroit City. Good battle for it here. Coming away with it. Gainer trying to. Can't keep possession. Detroit City takes it away. Last touch by Flint City.
Detroit City will be in no rush to get this ball into play, as now the clock becomes their biggest enemy and their biggest opponent in this match. Is going to find a way to tick off 6 minutes plus extra time here, as you can see the slow approach to get it back in, as we understand that's just part of the game.
Right. Young lady with the go-ahead goal there is going to get called for the foul. Adele Francis for Detroit City.
That was her run on to that ball that was able to push it past the goalkeeper and give her side the 2-1 advantage.
Gaynor plays it ahead. Johnson with a chance, comes in and scores! Michaela Johnson has been all over in the offensive end for Flint City when given chances, and she ties the game at 2-2 in the 85th.
And we talked about not creating opportunities in the last 10 minutes. That was the case, but Flint, so much talent, can quickly score in a heartbeat, as we're going to see here. A lovely ball played in, and Johnson runs onto that perfectly timed through ball. Past the diving goalkeeper, she comes running out, and this game is knotted up at 2 apiece.
Down the stretch we come.
Well, this was no 0-0 game. It may still end up in a draw, but we've seen a lot more action than maybe a week ago. 4 goals, 2 here in the last several minutes, and an exciting finish here, I'm sure. City not done.
Here they come, some speed out of them. Right back they come, and it's scooped up by Radwanski.
That was Francis again in an opportunity, and Detroit City almost taking the advantage back right after conceding that equalizing goal.
Justina Gaynor draws the assist on the goal by Michaela Johnson. Comes Flint now. Detroit City quickly getting it ahead. Trying to get it now. It's Jekyll. Jekyll with speed comes in. Slater comes back. Good job by her. Excellent work coming back there by Reese Slater.
That was great work defensively, as Jekyll thought she might got in, but great work. Recovery from the defense for Flint City.
On to the 87th minute we go now. 2-2. 50-50 ball, booted out. Detroit City with possession here. Looking the direction of J. Cole. She heads it on. It's called on Detroit City. Flint takes over. To midfield. Played in, sent right back out of there by Solis. Flint's on it. Down in the corner. Good job to keep it alive. Look in the direction of Gaynor. And Detroit will get a little bit of clearance here up the left wing out there.
This game really opening up in these last 10-15 minutes. Chances on both ends, is neither side ready to concede the draw.
Look out here, played in there, unable to get to it. It was Landis, Canada. Right there with you, it has been.
We still may have a go-ahead game winner in us here, as both teams are really pushing here and not afraid to stretch this game in trying to find a late go-ahead goal. Is another substitution being made here for Flint AFC.
Celia Gaynor will come in, 17. So she's fresh and on to the pitch she goes. In the final couple of minutes here. On the restart, 50-50 ball. Flint first to it, but they can't get possession. Turned over here by Detroit City. And getting by the intended target there for Flint. Detroit deep in their own territory. Played ahead. Flint's got it again. Michaela Johnson. Fancy footwork. Johnson comes in. Puts it in front. Sent out of there. Good defensive work from Detroit City there. Now they'll try to counter back the other way.
Great up and down action at this point of the game. these are the points in the game, and you really love. I mean, not much time left. Both teams throwing everything they can forward, trying to find a go-ahead goal. No one wants to settle for that draw, and we might just see a bit of a late game magic here from one side or the other. Find a winner.
Bowman plays it down to Worthman. Left foot, plays it ahead. Into the 90th minute now. Justina Gaynor couldn't get through. Detroit City. Clearance out over the midfield line. On the run, Francis. She's got great speed. Keeper keeps it away. Bowman out wide with it. McConnell to Worthman. Worthman. Lefty boot knocked down by Detroit City. Flint City trying to fish it out of there. Olivia Rush. Now it comes out. Michaela Johnson had it knocked off of her foot. Flint will keep it in. Worthman, lefty, sends it in off the heel, trying to flick that over, it looked like. Now up top, Detroit City forcing it back out to midfield. Extra time coming. Francis trying to get it to settle. Francis can't do anything with it. 3 minutes of extra time here, Steve, and these two teams playing at really high pace right now.
Yeah, we talk about some of that high pace that we may have seen in the game a week ago and how that would carry over, and we're seeing a little bit here as this game is coming to an end, as both teams have made plenty of substitutions and getting some fresh legs on the field, and these girls checking in are wasting no time trying to take advantage of their opportunity despite how much time may be left, and still might see another chance or two here in these 3 extra minutes.
Gaynor challenged there by Jekyll. Quick restart. Then again, maybe not. They wanted Workman to come over and take it. Worthman to Johnson. Knocked it down. Slipping by was Bowman. Now to Worthman. Ahead for Gaynor. Gaynor trying to win the battle here. Great work out of her. And it's going to be a corner. It results in that. Good job by Gaynor. They go quick. Worthman. Deflected away by Detroit City. Haley Bowman. Abby Worthman. Lays it in. Slater, fancy footwork. Trying to get the shot free. It was blocked. Never got it through. Knocked down by Francis. Her and Jaco will look to go on the run. They can both fly.
Plenty of space on that backside if they can use it.
Trying to take advantage is Detroit City. Here they come. Right in the middle of the pitch, knocked away. Flint City comes away with it. Long ball looking for Johnson. Good read back there defensively from Detroit City. Johnson, though, slows it. Looks for a little support. Slater knocked it down with a left. Gets through 2. Slater. Race after it here will Flint City. Trying to make a sliding play in there. Unable to.
Good last ditch effort there from Flint City as that ball was floated up to the backside, just unable to keep the ball in play. Out for a goal kick, and there may not be much left, and that is all she wrote.
Yep. What a match. 2-2 it ends in a draw, so second time in a week they play to a draw. This one, a very entertaining one. So this one ends 2-2 between Flint City AFC and Detroit City FC. We'll be back with more right after this from Atwood Stadium.
Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Clubs love Ollie because it helps them manage their club and accelerate the development of their coaches and players. Every soccer club talks about their focus on development, but nobody actually measures it until now. We've developed the capability for every one of your teams to easily capture pro-level game stats in real time using a mobile phone. It's one thing at the end of the day to look up the results for your club, but how valuable would it be for directors to actually see how each team played? How well did a team possess the ball and control the game? How well did they create dangerous chances inside the box? How did your top players perform? And how is each coach improving from week to week? Ollie provides this powerful data through a club dashboard that shows club results and lets you drill down into any game or player. Ollie also includes team and club management that lets you communicate instantly with coaches, parents, and players, and lets directors see every club event so they can easily coordinate visits to matches and training sessions. It's got everything you need in one simple app. Reach out to us to get your club started today.
And we welcome you back here to Atwood Stadium, 2-2 Flint City AFC. Well, they remain unbeaten. They're now 2-0-2 on the season, Steve. And Detroit City, they didn't lose, didn't get a win, though. They've now played 3 matches, and they've tied them all. They're 0-0-3.
I think there were some encouraging signs for both sides, and I think both sides at the end of the day will be happy to share the points. Obviously, I think there were moments where Flint thought they could get the win, and then Detroit City did everything they could to get back and didn't think that they could come out on top. So both sides could have been good tonight, but we're going to go down to the field now with Joanna Tuttle as she's got Adele Francis from Detroit City FC. Let's go down to you, Joanna.
Ty, what are your thoughts on the game? I know that it's not the result you wanted, but what are your thoughts?
I think the girls played amazing. I mean, it's a great team we're playing against, super competitive. Obviously, we wanted to go out and get the win. I wish we could have held off to the end, but still, I mean, it's a good learning point, and yeah.
Anything you take away from tonight's game? You're going to go in and play away again at Cleveland. Anything you're taking from this game that can help you and your team for the game next time?
Yeah, I just think our intensity was good. So as long as we keep our intensity, and I think we're starting to understand, it's like there's some new girls on the team, so we're starting to maybe get our chemistry up. And once we get that together, I think we'll be amazing. Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, and good luck in your next game.
Thank you, guys.
All right, guys, back to you.
All right, thanks so much to Adele and Joanna as well. And
maybe when the lights go out,
I guess it's time to go home.
You don't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. I guess that's what they're trying to say to us. Is,
they don't mess around.
No, the lights are off, but we're here up in the booth. And Ben, it was a great home opener. Everything you could have wanted as far as action, big saves, a lot of goals. Obviously, the home side would have loved to come out on top, but at the end of the day, find a way to get back into the game and an equalizer, also equally important.
That was an entertaining second half. I mean, the whole thing was entertaining, but the second half, very wide. That's what we talked about at the outset. We started our pregame show, and you said you felt that this would be a wide open style of match, and it ended up being just that.
Too many talented players out there, and you saw that from the top to bottom on both sides, from attackers to goalkeepers. There was just a lot of talent. We got to see a 14-year-old make her debut for Detroit City, and she did not look out of place.
No.
Coming up with an assist on the go-ahead goal at the time for Detroit City to put them up 2-1 at the time, and she looked all the part of a USLW type player, and a player who's going to have a bright future, I'm sure. But the resiliency from Flint City to come back, after dominating most of the match, taking that lead, conceding 2 goals, but still finding a way to come back and scrap out a point is huge. And I'm sure that Coach, Michelle Krisnick will be happy with that as well.
Let's go back down to the pitch. Joanna Tuttle has a Flint City player she wants to talk with now.
All right, I'm with Michaela Johnson. We got some fireworks going on behind us, and you had the goal to tie the game tonight. What are your takeaways from the draw? But it was a good game.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was disappointing to get the draw. I felt we had a lot of possession in the first half. But yeah, they kept fighting, we kept fighting, and it was a competitive game. And yeah, it's fun.
You guys have started off to a great season. You are in first place coming into to tonight's game. What do you attribute that success to?
Just the hard work and training, our coaches obviously, and our players, like our team's willingness to fight to the end. And yes, yeah.
All right, and now you take on Ann Arbor again, which you've already won. So what do you take away going into that game?
Just keep the drive that we felt from this game and just bring it into the next game, and just start strong, finish strong, and yeah, should be a good game.
All right, congrats. Thanks so much and good luck. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Joanna, and thanks to both young ladies that she interviewed. Steve, this was fun. Look forward to doing it with you more this season.
It was a pleasure, my friend. Absolutely.
So that's how you end the night. That's how you end the broadcast. Fireworks here at Atwood Stadium. For Steve Best, Joanna Tuttle, all of our crew, everyone at the Michigan Soccer Network, Ben Holden saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Make sure you follow the Michigan Soccer Network. Great soccer coverage every single day on their YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, you name it, they're on it. They're doing great things here in the state of Michigan. As we say, thanks for watching and good night from Atwood Stadium in Flint, Michigan.